Chapter 243, Rent a Girlfriend. And it's gonna be interesting. I totally didn't have chapter 40 flashbacks. And with that being said, if it's gonna be like chapter 40, someone's gonna come and make the situation even more awkward considering underwear debacle. So this should be a pretty interesting chapter. I think it's gonna be about these two fucking lovebirds, these two fucking idiots. Other than that, I have no idea what to expect from this chapter because, you know, we've kind of been on that blank slate area. So maybe this chapter will set up for future events. With that being said, hi, I'm Faye. I talk about Rent a Girlfriend stuff, and without further ado, let's move. Huh? Okay, he's taking stuff to the washer. Got it. Wait, these scan. Okay, no, they're not clean scans. Almost fell for it. Not bad, guys. Not bad. I almost fell for it. Having made a promise, their relationship has changed beyond a doubt. And yet, their hearts still stutter. When I moved in, getting a washing machine was the one thing I kept putting off, and now, here we are. All this time just went by in a flash. Even though it's been almost 3 years now, I just can't bring myself to get one at this time. Okay, pretty chill. I'm zooming out. I'm zooming the fuck out. It's so good. Fantastic. I can't wait to see this in front of scans. And he's sitting at a washing machine. Oh my god, she looks so good. Dude. It's like the eyes on the face, how he drew those. Holy shit. She looks like a wife. She looks like a wife. Chapter 243, The Girlfriend and the Bra. Miyajima Reiji. Wait, was I right about the investigation being over? That was fast. A woman practically dripping with allure. A good-for-nothing guy who can't help tripping on her beauty. And, Minnie and Ruka. Mizuhara. Hey there. Hello. Why is she here? Fancy seeing you here. I'm here pretty often. Something wrong with your washing machine or something? That's right. I used to come here often with my grandma when I was small. It's quite a chore coming here, isn't it? Yeah, totally. Wait a sec. She's still investigating right now, right? Is my voice nice to listen to right now? Maybe she finds the sound of my voice annoying. Is my posture all right? Every little movement I make takes me over the edge. Do my clothes pass muster? Taking into account the fact it was unannounced. Maybe I should have been more thorough when brushing my teeth in the morning if I smell it's the end of Ugh, and why is it the worst shirt in front over everything else today of all days? It's a bit late for that now. If she sees this, any shot I ever had will go up in smoke. Salted beef tongue. That is a weird shirt. Gotta cover it up with everything I have. Well, later. Oh, yeah, that was close. Did she see my shirt? You gotta be kidding me, right? Is that what someone in a laundromat even supposed to look like? Though she's dressed casually, you could even say that's a plus. And her hair is silky soft. Someone's gonna complain about this. You can smell the fabric softener even if she's just moving away from this washing machine. How can someone shine so bright at 10 in the morning? She could do a photo shoot right here and now if she wanted to. Wait a second. Where do they sell such cute laundry bags? Did she bring it here herself? Is it just that everything she has is super cute? She's a real head turner down to the tiniest nook and cranny. Don't tell me she got no makeup on right now. Her face is wetter than boiled branch bleach. What the fuck? Manager, we have a situation. The legendary customer. A situation on our hands.
I said, we have a problem.
I can't even like read this straight. I can't even like commit to the lines. I'm like, it's so fucking stupid. Our store is gonna go viral just by uploading 3 portraits. She brings people joy wherever she goes. Virtue 100. I was fucking making jokes about stats on fucking Twitter and now he does it too. But each time I see her, I keep losing confidence. Quite a bit of it. This won't do. Don't lose heart. For now, let's throw away this t-shirt. I don't need to wash it. A girl like that told me she wants to see her feelings for what they are. Optimism. Maintain optimism. What is the detail on Kazuya's eyes? Holy fucking shit. I thought that was like Fushiguro from fucking Jujutsu Kaisen for a second. Like, what the fuck is the detail on Kazuya's eyes right here? Sweet baby Jesus. And the fucking face. Rule 1. Do not assume. He's assuming so much. It's here. It's here. It's probably not. You don't know if it's hers, you dumb fuck. The other are still running, and this just looks like something a stunner like her would wear. Its position matches perfectly with the direction she came from. Plus, there aren't that many machines. Isn't this like almost confirmed? Huh? But what do I do? Go after Mizuhara now? There's no way I can tell her, hey, you dropped this. Even if I were to put it aside, if the fact I touched it came to light, I'd be labeled as a horny ass pervert. No, but this is also property, isn't it? No matter what it is, it's still lost, right? There might be something like the manager's phone number lying around here somewhere. The most natural thing to do as a human being is to find the owner, manager, and hand it over. And if I do that, no one will know I picked it up. Naturally, the eyes of a sex offender. As naturally as possible. It's so hot. Fuck. Fuck. Hey. She's back! Did she remember? She's way too quick. She's left her bra. Hey, what are you doing? Scary. It only makes sense, I suppose. She forgot her underwear, so she came running to full speed, which means this is definitely hers. Wait a sec. Just the two of us in here. Me and the underwear. Hey, what's up? Forget something? His own laundry stuff. I had no choice left. Pretend nothing happened. Stick my head into the washing machine was itself an act which cost me my several points. But that's better than her knowing I was alone with her underwear. God, my clothes and Mizuhara's underwear are making out right now. Stop! It's so bad! That one's so bad. That one's bad. You lost it. Think, please, that you lost it. Mizuhara, I'm sorry. Hell, not really. That's not her underwear. She wants to hang out. It's someone else's underwear, and the episode is gonna end with Kazuya giving some other person their underwear, and it's gonna be stupid and fucking awkward, and I'm gonna love every fucking second of it. This is just Chizuru trying to interact. That's why she came back. And it's cute as fuck. And Kazuya's gonna be a total fucking dumbass and not pick up on any of it. But this is just gonna make the entire chapter fucking cute. Because it's just Kazuya with this stupid fucking misunderstanding while this girl is just trying to hang out with him. Whether Chizuru notices or not, about the whole underwear thing, that's what's gonna make it funny. Huh? She's still here. She's gonna hang around? I see. It's hard for her to ask directly if I saw her underwear lying around. So she's just checking around discreetly. Lucky underwear. That was her lucky underwear. This is just classic rom-coms. This is the shit people want. You are gonna turn that on? Yeah, I will. I just tend to mix them up well first. My words aren't making sense. This just means more points lost. They're going skinny dipping. My clothes are keeps going. He keeps going. He keeps fucking going. Oh my god. This feeling of guilty pleasure is really something. Huh? Just wait. She's still here. She won't go back. She wants to fucking talk to you, you dumb shit. I hate that I called it because now it's... Please talk. I'm praying. To me, Jime Reiji. Talk. Huh? Isn't she convinced she just lost it now? I've turned on the machine now, so wouldn't it be somewhere else? She dropped her underwear? If she made me wait till this is done washing, it's the end for me. And her behavior seems a bit weird. She's quiet. But this sounds about right. Even Mizuhara would be embarrassed if she lost her underwear. Don't tell me she found out my behavior strange too, and realized I'm lying. Ugh, the count to my death has begun. Beep, 98 minutes remaining, beep. Here. Huh? These are tickets to the stage play. Whoa! I called it. I fucking called it. That was set up. Because if you go back to the dream date, which will be animated soon, during the dream day, Kazuya talks to her about this and says he wants to go. Says he definitely wants to go. So You know, it only makes sense that Chizuru, being the earnest person that she is, would come to give him this. And naturally, the underwear isn't fucking hers. Moving on. Huh? Tickets? It would be weird if I didn't give you these, wouldn't it? You've helped me out a lot. Tickets? She said she was in the home stretch. These are for me. Oh, Mizuhara. I'll be there. You can count on it. He's back to normal. He's not a horny fucking shithead anymore. Yeah. She's nervous. Got her, baby. See you then. And that was all. Oh, yeah. Huh? What about the underwear? Should I just assume she hasn't remembered that part yet? Did she snap her finger? Did she tap her face? What just happened? If you're gonna give him these tickets, you don't have to make such a big deal out of it. Oh, she tapped her face. Whoa. And people are fucking telling me that Chizuru isn't having an internal clash with herself. And people are fucking telling me that Chizuru isn't having an internal clash with herself. So this chapter is pretty much the equivalent of a fucking video game where you play the entire video game, but you're here for the fucking secret ending. You're here for the secret ending. That's pretty much what this chapter is. Like, the chapter itself, pretty stereotypical fucking rom-com. Nothing too crazy, nothing too wild and out there. Pretty much all the dumb, stereotypical protagonist bullshit you would expect from any fucking rom-com. But that secret ending, that secret fucking ending, you waited for those 3 Marvel secret endings because that last one hinted at something for the future of Marvel. It's Avengers 4, baby, Avengers 6 or whatever shit. That's what this secret fucking ending was. So anyways, yeah, Chizuru's totally having an internal clash of character. Fuck all of you. I've been saying this for fucking ever, but everyone's like, no, she fucking knows. I'm gonna beat some fucking ass. You dork. Oh my god. She's getting self-awareness, and it's like she realizes she loves him, but this is an internal clash of a character. And this is literally Chizuru having this internal clash of not knowing who she fucking is. And that's kind of the point. This is why she brings up all these topics like, do you like Chizuru Mizuhara? Or why I need to investigate my feelings. Young man, have you seen my underwear lying around? I washed them again. On accident. Next time, correspondence. What does the young woman make of the excitement she hides within her heart? Well, she beats herself up. But look at her, look at how she's running back to her room. Like, her hands are behind her back. She's running like a happy girl. Like, it's so fucking cute. Like, look at that. And then she stops right in front of her room and she has to be like all alone, but she's out in the open. That's kind of what's symbolic about this, is like, usually when Chizuru does stuff like this, she's not out in the open, she's in her room, right? So when she's in her room, she's trying to hide these feelings. Here it's the opposite. She just ran away from him and stayed completely out in the open, completely visible to everybody, and she does this. So it's like, it's something we're meant to see as viewers. That's kind of the point of this scene. I mean, for God's sakes, Chizuru literally tells him it's a fucking chore to come here. And she goes home, drops off her shit, and comes the fuck back with tickets to add. And then she just sits there and fucking waits. And this kind of shows something kind of interesting that's kind of happening in this chapter, where it's like, the chapter kind of highlights their dynamics somewhat well, where Kazuya is so busy freaking out about something that he is too afraid to look at her and realize she's kind of going through the same thing. Because notice what Chizuru does in this entire chapter. She just fucking sits there. She doesn't say, she barely says a word. Like, that's it. She's just like looking around, waiting for him to do something. She's hanging out like a little girl. She's insecure. She's uncomfortable. And most of Kazuya's reactions on his face is not something that she's particularly like picking up on, because she's kind of busy with her own thing. Doesn't that sound keenly familiar to what Kazuya is going through? Kazuya is so busy freaking out about something completely unfucking related that he's not really seeing her, you know? Just as Chizuru is so busy freaking out about how to go about telling Kazuya about the fucking tickets, that she's just kind of looking around and not really looking at him. Every shot where Kazuya looks at her, she's not looking at him. Just as every shot where Kazuya is not looking at her, she's looking at him. So everything, all that crazy freak out that Kazuya is going through, Chizuru's not seeing that. Just as Kazuya doesn't see how she's internally freaking out. Chizuru internally freaks out, Kazuya externally freaks out. And Chizuru doesn't see the external because she's so busy looking the fuck around, while Kazuya doesn't think about the internal because he's so busy freaking the fuck out. See what I mean? This chapter kind of highlights their dynamic surprisingly well. And so when you get to the end of this, it kind of says like two things. Chizuru is like, why are you freaking out so much? Like she's talking to herself, why are you freaking out so much? It's not that big a deal. What are you doing? So she's having this like internal clash with herself where she's just like telling herself, why are you fucking freaking out? Why are you being a dumb little shithead? Like what's wrong with you, inner me? Like what the fuck? And so this line, the chapter ending on this line is oddly fitting because that's exactly what happens to Kazuya, where it's like, why are you freaking out so much over a fucking bra, dude? We had this entire fucking chapter about you freaking out over a goddamn bra. What the actual shit, Kazuya? And then her, why the fuck am I freaking out over a goddamn ticket? What the hell is wrong with me? And so this chapter is essentially just supposed to be like, hey, look, they're the same goddamn fucking person. They're literally the same goddamn fucking person. That's the whole idea. Everything we understand about Kazuya isn't pretty much the same as Chizuru. It's perfectly correlates to Chizuru as a character. The internal struggle and loss that Kazuya feels at times when he's around her is literally the same shit that she's going through. That they're literally just confused about their fucking feelings and why they act a certain way around the person they act around. All this stupid fucking dialogue that was going on in this chapter, that was the fucking point. That's literally the fucking point. That's exactly what's going on with these characters. They're just internally lost and confused. And Kazuya, for example, doesn't like how he loses his confidence around her and can't like fucking act like he wants to. Just as Chizuru doesn't like that she can't control her feelings and how she acts when she's around him because a fucking ticket makes her goddamn nervous and act like a goddamn dork and run back to her fucking room like she's a little girl. Like, they're literally the goddamn same. The only difference is Chizuru puts on an exterior of knowing what the fuck she's doing, and Kazuya's exterior is a goddamn joke. It's a walking emoji. And his interior is like just, you know, his interior is like the strong part of Kazuya, but like it just looks like it isn't. He's just externally freaking the fuck out. But then when he stops and thinks about it, like this interaction right here is probably the most genuine, where when Kazuya gets a clue of what's going on, his face immediately slowly begins to revert back to normal. It's still a little bit memey because, you know, we had all this going on, but then it slowly reverts back to normal. He realizes what happened, and look at him. Now he looks all mature and like normal and like himself. This chapter just kind of highlights their dynamic really fucking well. That's kind of the whole point. The chapter just kind of highlights their dynamic to a fucking T. And the last picture we see of Chizuru looking away saying, yeah, pretty much highlights that. Like, Kazuya looks at her earnestly, he's like determined and excited, and she looks away casually, turning her eyes. So it tells you kind of everything you need to know. Kazuya's words and actions make Chizuru unnervous, thus she doesn't look at him, and Chizuru's external makes Kazuya a little bit nervous, so he doesn't look at her and he doesn't notice how her internal, as a byproduct of her external actions, kind of shows that. But see, there are some interesting subtleties in this chapter, even if it doesn't look like it. So, as I pointed out at the very beginning, this feels like a filler chapter, right? Like initially, like there's points in, I will admit, there's points in the dialogue where it kind of drags a little bit, where you're just like, okay, I get the joke. Like you're kind of dragging the joke a little bit. I will admit the chapter kind of did that a little bit. However, I will say this. What the chapter actually did well is hinted a lot of things that are going on with the characters that were not like explicitly spelled out. One, as I said, it plays into the tropes. It plays into the tropes 100%. This chapter is intentionally designed to look like the tropes. That's the point. It's intentionally designed to look like the tropes. It's on purpose. But there are some interesting pieces of dialogue that hint at a lot of what's going on. For example, one of the themes of this arc has been self-awareness and self-improvement. That's just been a fact. Like, that's literally what's going on. That's literally the point of Kazuya's character and what's going on, him becoming more self-aware. The first sentence you hear from Kazuya is like him reflecting at something he should have done and he didn't do. And he goes to the laundromat. This piece of dialogue, while it seems like kind of filler, it actually plays into that idea. It actually plays into the idea that, oh, he's reflecting. So while this feels like a small, confined little thing, it's actually a cute interaction between the two. When they run into each other, there's some interesting pieces of dialogue where Kazuya's like, fancy meeting you here. And she's like, that's right, I used to come here often with my grandma when I was small. It's quite a chore coming here, isn't it? She's having a normal conversation, but she mentions Grandma Sayuri, and we haven't had a talk about Grandma Sayuri in quite some time. And it's actually interesting that she brings that up because one of the themes of Chizuru's character is like slowly getting over her grief. And in a way, her coming here actually brings that up. That she goes to a place where she often comes with her grandmother. Sure, it's the closest place possible, but that's kind of like the whole idea. But yeah, you have this entire segment with Kazuya where he's like overthinking this entire thing. And the reason Kazuya's been overthinking so much lately, and it sounds a lot like the earlier parts of the series and stuff, is literally intentional because Kazuya is essentially put in a reverted position where all of these things that he was trying to overcome are like in his face now. So it's like, what do you fucking do? You know, what do you fucking, that shit is just in your face now. And so now he feels even more nervous. The reason the chapter might feel like a little bit awkward at some point, or you're just like, bro, why is Kazuya like this? I want to fucking slap him, is because it's intentional. It's supposed to feel awkward because they're in new grounds that are completely awkward for them. And Kazuya, even at the very end of the chapter, mentions how like he can't believe he keeps losing confidence in front of her like this. So he's slowly becoming more and more aware of his confidence losing thing. This chapter is a semi-filler, but I don't think it's like particularly bad either. Like, trust me, if you go to the subreddit today, it's gonna be pretty bad. It's gonna be pretty bad. That people are gonna fucking go off on this chapter, and like any fucking excuse to like get angry at it, they will. This cover, sweet baby Jesus on a Mercedes Benz. This fucking cover, dude, fire. Absolute gold. A goddamn gold mine. So in terms of what we can expect in future chapters, correspondence. Correspondence means he's probably gonna be talking to some people. As I mentioned earlier, I definitely think some characters will be coming up soon because, you know, we're having these two connect and get closer. But for example, Ruka could definitely come up as a character because you will like see how Kazuya will deal with the situation, having to try and keep it a secret. A good example of this is if you go back to actually the most recent chapter, the most recent episode of the anime. I keep doing that, I keep referencing the anime. Kazuya usually tells Ruka what he's doing with Chizuru, right? Because he feels like a sense of obligation with that. That exact episode where the anime aired, Ruka tells him we should go see Chizuru's play together. He's probably gonna take Ruka to Chizuru's play. So what that would do is actually establish like a new mini arc, and then maybe this could like fuel like transition into the whole Ruka situation where Ruka starts to slowly transition into moving on or something along those lines. That would be super interesting. I think that might be where this is going, but then it'll also kind of be an arc that'll be similar to the Tiger's Den, where Kazuya is brought back into the Tiger's Den situation where he must confront these like emotions and feelings that he's dealing with while he is present there. And I could definitely see the whole Umi conversation coming up again, as essentially the Tiger's Den was supposed to kind of be set up for Paradise because it's playing directly into Kazuya's insecurities. And you can see how the Tiger's Den definitely influenced Kazuya's feelings moving in to Paradise because it made him get that determination to confess, but it also came as a double-edged sword because pretty much a lot of the stuff that happens in the story is somewhat of a double-edged sword. But now that that's resolved, I definitely think that what we're gonna be dealing with moving forward is that we're gonna be going to the movie and we're gonna have the characters all interacting, and each character is gonna have some sense of evolution. And I think one of them is Kazuya seeing Umi for Umi, and that Umi is just trying to help, but then Chizuru also turned him down, and then Kazuya is just getting closer to her. So it'll definitely be like a test of insecurity for Kazuya's character, but I don't think we're gonna be getting into that arc just quite yet. Rather, I think what's going to be happening is we're going to have essentially pieces of setup and interaction between all these characters moving forward into the arc. And I think one of them is definitely, first and foremost, Ruka, where Ruka is gonna be like the first interaction piece where he promised Ruka he would go with her to Chizuru's place, so that's just going to happen. Like he's going to do that because he promised her. Kazuya is a very kind-hearted person, and he tries to like stick to his word, so it only makes sense that he would do that. Also, Jesus Christ, the ass. But yeah, the fucking jokes in this chapter are so fucking stupid. I honestly love them. They're so fucking stupid. Like, it's so over the top and fucking silly, and like it's kind of funny. I actually really enjoyed it. Like I'm rolling my eyes. I'm like, Kazuya, shut the fuck up. But like, if I was a buddy of his, I'd be like, bro, shut up. This is so stupid. But I wouldn't actually like do anything because it's funny. Also, this shot. Why does Kazuya look like Fushiguro? Like he has the fucking eyelashes of Fushiguro, like the beautiful boy eyelashes, and I'm just like, dude. And then you look at the rest of his face, and it's just like fucking cross-hatching on his fucking face to make it look like super intense, and it just seems like a JoJo moment where someone just fucking died or something. It's so great. Yeah, oh my god. Yeah, the way Reiji's been drawing her lately is super fucking cute. I love it. And then yeah, she just like sticks around, hangs out. It's super awkward, and she's just like trying to talk to him, and Kazuya's like, it's the underwear, it's the underwear. Just was like, how do I give this to him? How do I give this to him? This is really awkward, and I don't know how to approach it because I'm not my rental self. And she gives him the tickets, and I think one of the best parts of this is like the moment Kazuya says that, she feels like unnerved, and then she just runs away. She just leaves. Like the moment he says that, she just fucking runs away like a cute little girl. I'm like, this is so adorable. This is so fucking stupid and adorable. I love it. This segment is so great. Like she's literally running. She's jogging. Chizuru's fucking like the moment she gets away from the laundromat, she starts fucking jogging away, and it's super cute. And then she has to like hit herself like that. And then she's like, why are you're gonna give him those tickets, you don't have to make such a big deal out of it. And it's like literally, it's like an internal clash with herself. Like she's having this like these emotions, she's having like this internal emotions that she's fighting with, and then there's the outside person. And basically the whole point is that Chizuru is a very internal based character, and because of that, the emotions that she feels internally she doesn't know if those correlate to who she is. And she's essentially trying to bridge that gap. She's trying to become a whole person in a sense, because that person on the inside is lost. She's not like, she doesn't feel complete. So she's having this internal clash, and it's like she's essentially talking to the little girl inside, and she's trying to be mature, when really she can be the stupid little girl on the inside, and that's completely fine. But that's kind of personally I think what's going on with Chizuru's character. Kazuya is still being his dumb horny self, and we're kind of getting that stupid fun back, but at the same time you're seeing them be kind of somewhat comfortable with each other, and like Chizuru's starting to, she feels like she's a stupid little dork, she's a stupid little girl who's just kind of hanging out with him, and she's like getting all doki doki and shit. And you're starting to see that slowly come out more and more. But what's ironic here, these words actually contradict what Chizuru was telling Minnie during that arc. So you have to stop and think to yourself, wait, what she said here completely contradicts what she told Minnie when she was talking to Minnie, where she doesn't act like she's in love, right? But then she's acting like she's in love. And then she's completely aware of the fact that she's acting like she's in love. See what I mean? This is what I'm talking about. It's an internal clash of character, because Chizuru like is literally unsure of who the fuck she is. So that's the reason you're seeing these contradictions in Chizuru's character in all this time, where her words and what she's saying and what she's talking about with Kazuya and what she tells Kazuya are inconsistent. What she tells Minnie and what she tells Kazuya are inconsistent, because she herself is not completely sure of what she's feeling. She should be happy about this if she stops herself. Maybe just like a good like third of the chapter is just like the most relevant stuff that you're excited about. This is still like just a fun chapter to have. Like it's just something to dial down and relax with. And it's kind of funny that this is the chapter that comes out right when the anniversary is about to hit. Which is just kind of fucking great. Like, there's no drama, there's no anything. It's just a fun chapter to have as we're about to hit like the anniversary, where the anniversary is like today in Japan and tomorrow in the United States or in the West. So yeah, it's just really cute. I just think this is a really cute chapter. There's nothing really particularly crazy or weird about it. It's literally like traditional rom-com. It purposefully plays into the genre. It literally purposefully plays into the tropes because it knows what the tropes are. It's doing it on purpose, but then it exaggerates it like way too fucking much. So while some might not find this funny, at the same time, it is still kind of fun. Like, it's still kind of a fun chapter, and it does a good, decent amount of setup for future events to come. And yeah, like, again, I'll admit the chapter drags just a tad. Like, that's kind of one of the issues of the chapter. It drags just a tad. I thought it would be cute. I just didn't think he would be like this fucking crazy about it, and it made it fun. I think the fact that Reiji was this crazy about it made it fun because you get to see Chizuru be kind of like girly, and then you also get to see like the entire chapter just kind of being fun and cute. So yeah, that's roughly all I've had to say. I hope you guys enjoyed what I've had to say for this chapter. Please subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to keep up with the uploads. This video will probably not be nearly as edited, but I hope you guys will enjoy it all the same. I've been Fate, and remember, that's Mosey.